What minor injury hurts like a MF? Plantar fasciitis, like walking on hot broken glass. Scrolled way too far down for this, walking with a limp and feeling like you are permanently destroying your foot all the while your doctor saying it'll heal on its own, no need for a cast or brace or anything. Oh yes, and my doctor said when you were young your tendon is like cooked spaghetti. When you are old like you it's like uncooked spaghetti, very brittle and fragile. Dude, spaghetti doesn't hurt like knives jabbing into your foot. It's just pain, it's not really going to hurt you, a literal foot doctor. Getting hit in the ankle by a skateboard. Or scooter. WTF was I thinking as a kid? Wake up on a bright sunny morning and just go, think I'll crack my fucking shins like they owe me money today. Ow, yep. My baby got me in the ankle with his little push car. Ended up on the floor crying, with him telling me I was okay and didn't need to cry. My ankle hurt for 2 weeks after just a wee little hit to exactly the wrong place. On a related note, I'm never going to tell him he's okay when he's crying again. Being told you're okay when you're definitely not sucks. Pinching your finger in the door. When I was a kid my mom accidentally slammed the car door on my hand. Good things kids have fairly malleable bones. Fuck man, I got my thumb caught in the freezer door yesterday and I cried. When I was young I slammed a door and caught my little finger in it, sliced the end almost entirely off and it was dangling by one small bit of skin. Luckily they were able to stitch it back together and now I just have a fat fingertip with a scar around almost the entire circumference except the nail and the area of skin that was still attached. Not so minor for me. Gas pains. I'll never forget how one of my husband's friends had horrible gas pains and went to the ER thinking it was some horrible GI issue like an appendix rupture or pancreatic issue. It turned out to be gas. He said it was the most expensive fart ever. Went to the ER with gas problems and told the doctor my pain was a 9. He said people with appendicitis usually report lower pain levels than people with gas. That's insane. I've definitely felt like I'm going to die with bouts of gas before. It seems like there should be no logical way it can hurt that bad. Hitting your shin bone on anything. God, I got hit during football, soccer, not wearing protection, the liquid or pus in there took months to go away. Still have scars from a missed box jump at the gym. Shin injuries hurt like hell. Same, but it was a cinder block planter. I broke my leg once and I described the first week and a half of feeling like a never-ending shiny. That fucking ingrown hair or zit or whatever right inside the tip of your nose. That tiny, sharp, pinpoint pain always makes my eyes water. Holy shit, it's so annoying. Even if I just touch it slightly, or push on the tip of my nose, it starts stinging and itching like a bitch all at the same time and my eyes start to water like crazy. Why does that even happen? I'm assuming more pain receptors. Your face has a bunch of nerves. Hitting your knee on a table. The pain crescendo is real and then it goes away. This happens to me so often in my office, under the table. I have hit my knees so many times. And at the peak of that pain crescendo, I'm unable to move at all, it's paralyzing. At my last job I paid a guy to put that foam insulation all over the underside of my desk. Best $50 I've spent in a while. Nice idea. I'll see if I can do this. I used a pool noodle and some duct tape after I nearly changed dimensions from smacking my kneecap. That pinky toe conversing with the corner of the table. I always think when this happens the nail is gone. It must be. No way it hung on. And it's always still there. Meet a toenail after absolutely destroying my pinky toe on a corner of something. I never said, thank you. You'll never have to. Proceeds to turn purple but cling to life. And 5 minutes later you ask yourself if it really hurt that much. So I'm not the only one who gaslights himself over stupid shit. Leg cramps. One night I dreamt I was running upstairs when in mid-stride I was struck with an excruciating leg cramp causing me to fall backwards. I woke up with that cramp and in attempting to untangle myself from my blankets I fell out of the bed. Foot cramps as well. Sometimes I'll yawn and get a cramp in the underside of my jaw. Hurts like hell and I can feel a rock-hard protrusion jutting out while it slowly kills me. When you hit your head on the bottom of an open cabinet door. I always get irrationally angry when this happens and I end up looking insane because I start swearing at the cabinet as if it's its fault and not mine for having zero spatial awareness. I'm relieved I'm not the only one who has the same response to hitting their head. Anytime I hit my head on something, I instantly go into a fight or flight and I get irrationally angry at whatever I hit my head on. I thought I was alone, glad to know I'm not crazy. I get like this too. Hitting your shin on a trailer hitch. Bumping your shin on anything for that matter. The upgrade from shin hit by scooter to shin hit by automobile extensions/parts is a true testimony to growing up, haha. Fuck, I can still feel it. Those damn razors. Those always hit that knobby part on the outside of my ankle. Funny bone. Not so funny. I love it when you hit it so hard and in just the perfect spot so your entire arm and last 3 fingers go numb and tingly, and as the feeling comes back, the pain starts to creep in. You are crazy. I don't actually love it. Lol. It sucks, and I just did that same thing at work last week and my fingers are still kind of tingly. Last week? That's a very long time. Heartburn. Yeah, is it normal that I'll on very rare occasions get terrible heartburn and have to sit down for a minute and just breathe? It happens to one of my friends too, and it hurts like a motherfucker. I'm not sure, however I know that for me, heartburn is usually triggered by eating a lot of tomato-based things or drinking too much black coffee. Maybe you can identify your trigger and try to understand it better. When the scooter hits your shin/ankle. That's not a minor injury, that is a straight-up casualty. Don't even. Razor scooter were named properly. I feel that I've done that numerous times in my childhood. Hangnail. Or when you peel it back too far. All the way up to the elbow. Ow, Jesus Christ, that hurt to read. This hurt my imagination. A nail that got clipped too short, bonus points if you get salt on your fingers. My fingers started hurting after reading this. Try putting liquid Band-Aid on an open blister on your heel. No pain compares. I find chopped garlic has a similar painful effect. Lemon juice is also a bitch. Getting a small piece of glass stuck in your fingernail, it honestly hurts more to take out. My cousin had a car accident and for months had random pieces of glass emerge from her skin. That disturbed TF out of me for so long. At least it came out. The worst are the ones that heal over and stay there. I've got some glass from years ago that still itches. One day I'm going to cut it out. Geez Louise. You just reminded me, she said it was itchy and she'd peel her skin off to expose the glass. Make it stop. Delete it. Or have you ever gotten a cardboard cut? Like a paper cut but worse. I get them sometimes from opening boxes at work. Yes, it's so bad. The only thing worse was when I was using aluminum foil and got cut. Felt like a blade just sliced my finger. Ugh. Came here to say, aluminum foil cuts are even worse than cardboard cuts, and cardboard cuts are horrendous. Cutting yourself on a freshly cut plywood is pretty bad too. When you tell a joke and nobody laughs. I still remember in high school when I made a reference joke that I thought was extremely clever. Not only did nobody laugh, there was a legitimate extended silence and the teacher just took a loud, sharp, slow inhale and said, "Okay," before continuing his class. I was ready to melt into the floor and disappear forever. Just so you know, I also wouldn't have laughed, but would have asked you to explain yourself, and after you would finish, I would give out a slight, very slight, chuckle and say very good. Whether that would help or aggravate the situation, I don't know, but I'm willing to go down with a fellow comrade. Okay. Biting your tongue. Or your lip or cheek. And the pattern is super annoying too. Don't bite it for years, then bite it every day multiple times for a month. When you bite it, it swells, prompting you to bite it over and over while swollen. Fun time. I have done this so many times on one shift I contemplated going home. Also hard not to swezzer every time. Canker sores. Holy smokes. Turns out I get them when I drink soda and energy drinks. I don't drink them anymore, I rarely get canker sores now, and I'm healthier than ever. Canker sores when you have braces are a whole new level of misery. I used to get them on the side of my mouth opposite the brackets I hooked my rubber bands on. Every mouth movement was misery. I used so much beeswax on my braces I probably went through a couple hives. Glad that part of my life is over. Falling on your butt and hitting your tailbone thingy. Your coccyx. Your grandma took a little spill at the sand dunes today. Broke her coccyx. What? Since when does she go to the dunes? Looks like there's a lot you don't know about. Sleeping in a weird position and waking up with a stiff, painful neck. Whatever you do, don't turn it quickly. A mistake people tend to only make once. Thus happened to me not long ago. It hurt like a bitch. Wait, you made it out alive? Getting head-butted in the face by your dog when you bend down to grab a sock whilst she simultaneously goes to jump up on the bed. Edit, thanks for the award, kind stranger. It made my face feel better. Thanks for sharing all your horror stories. Or when you're wearing open footwear and your dog runs across your feet when you recall it.